Of all the foods in Hawaii, the spam musubi is probably the most beloved food for locals. Did he say spam? Yet I know spam has a bad reputation in certain parts of the world. You're talking about spam, right? That pink meat that comes out of a can? The one that's saltier than the Dead Sea? And Hawaii loves its spam, and it all comes together in this fusion of rice and seaweed and salty porky goodness that is the spam musubi. Which is why in this video, I want to give you 3 reasons why the spam musubi is the perfect food to try in Hawaii. I'm hoping to persuade you in sort of a Sam I Am green eggs and ham type of way, but with less rhyming and not as many props. Although it would be pretty cool to eat a spam musubi in a box with a fox. But first, what is a spam musubi, you may be asking yourself? Did he say musubi? Basically, the spam musubi is a wrap of sorts that contains 3 primary ingredients: rice, spam, and nori, or seaweed. But please don't pronounce it nori. It's a very popular dish in Hawaii for kids and adults alike. It's basically what we grow up on, which leads me to believe why I, as 100% Japanese, look like I do, and people from Japan who don't eat spam musubis look like this. But with your spam musubi, you get all your basic nutrition. You get your protein, you get your carbs, you get your vegetables, sort of, and of course you get your salt. So now that you know what a spam musubi is, let's talk about the reasons why you need to try one. Reason number 1, easy to eat. Now what do I mean by that? Yeah, what you mean? What I mean is that it's a self-contained food. It's like a wrap or a sandwich which you can take on the go. Hey, I'm late for work, toss in one, I gotta go. And this is extremely good if you're busy, which is most people in Hawaii. I think this is also why spam musubis are so popular with kids, but more importantly, with parents. I mean, imagine a food that will keep your kid full, require no utensils, and makes no mess. It makes it the perfect kid food, as well as the perfect hangry adult food. Now I know you may be thinking, hey, but that one time I had that spam musubi, I took one bite and it all fell on the ground. You see, that has more to do with the construction of the spam musubi, because believe it or not, there are right ways to make it and there are not so right ways to make it. You see, for most of my life, I ate and made spam musubis with the rice on the bottom, then spam on the top with a thin piece of nori in the middle. This is okay, but if the layer of rice is too thick, the musubi is gonna explode on your second bite. And I've lost many a musubi that way. So after years of that problem, I finally settled on the version that has the rice on the bottom, spam in the middle, rice on top, and the nori wrapped around the entire musubi lengthwise. Because it's fully wrapped, it won't explode on me after the second bite, and the nori will prevent my fingers from getting sticky from the rice. Also, the flavor of the spam soaks in the rice both on the top and on the bottom. Yes, double sauce! Reason number 2 is taste. Spam musubi just tastes good. It just does. But it's spam, how good can it taste? Well, yeah, but once you fry it and you eat it with some rice, you kind of forget what it's made out of. Look, I don't want to know what it's made of. Don't tell me. Spam is a very salty pork meat, but it balances really well with the sweetness of the white rice. And of course, spam musubi on its own is really great, but what I think makes it especially tasty is all the other ingredients that people tend to add when they make their own. You have all kinds of spam musubi variety. You have spam musubi with shoyu, with furikake, with teriyaki sauce, with avocado, egg, and of course, bacon. And everyone adds a little something extra just to make it their own. So for example, my auntie makes spam musubis for our family potlucks, and I love them every time. She soaks the spam in a little bit of teriyaki sauce. So when she puts the spam in the musubi, it soaks that sauce, it soaks into the spam, and it tastes so good. Apparently Hawaii's favorite spam musubi is from 7-Eleven. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it's pretty good. Personally, I prefer the homemade ones or the ones from those small little mom and pop shops. because I think they have a little extra aloha. Although that's not to say that the ones from 7-Eleven don't have aloha in them either. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I love 7-Eleven. Reason number 3, availability. Like I mentioned, the Spam Musubis at 7-Eleven are very popular, and there are a lot of 7-Elevens in Hawaii, which means that the supply of Spam Musubis is really high. You mean to tell me that there's a tasty food that's popular and that is available at a lot of different stores? What does that do for me? It means it's cheap. When the supply is high, prices go down. There aren't a lot of things in Hawaii that are cheap, but I'm glad to say that Spam Musubis, relatively speaking, are fairly cheap. Although prices have gone up in recent years. You see, I remember when they used to be $1. But you can buy a Spam Musubi today for probably around $2, which is still pretty great. A normal adult could probably eat just one, with a hungry adult probably needing 2. And 3 if you had a really long day in traffic. I also think another reason why Spam Musubis are readily available in Hawaii is because it's a very versatile food that can be eaten at breakfast, lunch, dinner, or for a quick snack. And there's not too many foods that people are willing to eat for all 3 meals. Of course, I wouldn't recommend eating Spam Musubi for all 3 of your meals, unless you want a sodium attack. So because Spam Musubis are easy to eat, tasty, and so widely available, I do hope you give them a chance when you visit Hawaii. The salty pork and the sweet rice aren't too crazy or exotic like some of the other Hawaii foods you might want to try, so I think that makes Spam Musubis relatively safe, especially for first-time triers, and I say go for it. Try them, yes, you'll see. It's the best food in Hawaii. Nailed that rhyme. So thanks for watching, and aloha.